For the Samaradhana in the Tirumala Devar temple Kochi, once the sitting arrangements were finalized, the next in the agenda of the kids would be a run to the Rathavidi to pick up the right size pebbles. In those days, to get the full satisfaction of the Samaradhana depended on each one having minimum 4 pebbles, and there was no dearth for it on the Rathavidi, full of beautiful pure white seashore sand, unlike what one finds now. Those stones would be playing the most crucial role of ensuring the tasty food served on the plantain's leaves do not run out of its boundaries set by the leaf. This was important as the cooks, who generally do a good job based on the projected number of participants, their calculation could go haywire if more devotees walked in after the cooks had completed their work. That would be a tricky demand and supply issue again for the administrators. More people and less amount of cooked food. But that was not a problem in Tirumala Deva temple. Not that the deity of Annapurneshwari installed in the temple kitchen would miraculously ensure that the food gets multiplied in a trifle in quantity equal to the need of the devotees present. Not that the administrative committee members had the skill to get more food cooked at a short notice. At the mere signal from them, that work would be taken up by one of their minions loitering around and waiting for his hour of glory. For him, the water in the kitchen well was the tool for food multiplication, the fastest way. Drawing and pouring water into the prepared food, except the cooked rice, was the magic formula in his hands for it. But there again, his poor arithmetical skills would ensure that the water poured into the cooked food would not only increase its quantity but improve its flowing capacity by manifold. In Kochi Tirumala temple, for the kids, there was no need to learn the intricacies of mathematical theory of probability on what to expect on the leaf. They know that it was sure to happen like the sunrise and sunset seen every day. It was there the 4 pebbles comes to their help. It was to take care of that newly acquired quality of the food to be served on their leaf. 4 pebbles were used by the children. Placing them under the 4 corners of the plantain leaf would solve the issue to some extent. But unlike seen in the temples of other communities, where serving and eating would go on simultaneously, in the GSB temples, nothing served on the leaf should be touched or partaken till the right signal comes from the temple. And that brought the best moments of excitement and anxiety in the children. It would be such a fun to see them keenly watching the movement of the flowing food on their leaves and trying to fix its escape routes. But nobody was complaining, as it was a part of the Samaradhana in the temple. The temple festival brought out the best of cooperative spirit among the Kochi GSB members. Though it was also one of the only occasions they rose above the petty issues with which they generally were mostly preoccupied with. Cleaning the Rathavidis, the streets, etc., would start from the day 3 of the festival. That cleaning was not like the routine morning cleanings done by the lady of the house, where pushing the dirt from the front of her house to that of the neighbors was the daily ritual that often resulted in testing the decibel levels of each other's vocal cords at least twice a week. But feeling of oneness would come out blazing on the eve of the day 4 of the temple festival and continue till the end. Because it was their Tirumala Devar coming on a visit to their homes to personally see their welfare. Forgetting the differences and heartburns accumulated over the years, they would join together to clean the roads, streets thoroughly and deck it up with festoons, lightings, etc. to make it appear dazzling, beautiful, and out of the world. Surely those days electricity had not made its entry in Kochi, unless by 6 p.m. the municipal employee carrying a jerry can of kerosene and ladder comes and lights up the corner lamps, the area would remain in pitch darkness till the sunrise next day. In the homes also, kerosene was the main source of light. During the temple festival, the well-off family might get on rent a Petromax that sends out more light and a whizzing sound in equal amounts. The women would be the first one to start the cooperative spirit. For them, it would begin at least a week ahead of the festival. Their contribution would be for preparing snacks for the guests who would keep coming, especially on the day earmarked by the temple for their location, starting from the 5th to 8th of the temple festival days. The kitchen work during those times would have roles for the children also, like carrying items from one place to the other, packing, etc. It was a different matter. Some of them would use that opportunity to secretly replenish their ever depleting energy levels. Not that the elders did not notice it. They preferred to overlook such matters out of love for them. When Tirumala Devar deity arrives in front of their homes, all members of the family, including their near and far off relatives, would stand with utmost devotion and humility with palms folded in extreme reverence. If closely observed, Hindu temple festivals or religious social cultural celebrations were designed by the ancestors not only to achieve some specific spiritual objectives but to foster and strengthen the feeling of oneness among the members of the family and community. To give an example, for the Ratha Yatra in the GSB temple, when thousands from a community joins to pull the long ropes connected to a huge wooden chariot with wooden wheels, carrying a deity not having more than 1 kilo in weight, a system that might puzzle a mechanical engineer, what our ancestors who were specialists in social engineering must have thought was a tool to join the minds of the members by making them forget the differences for a common cause, at least for the time being. The socio-cultural occasions like Halad Kunkum during the Navaratri festival, Sirvanaitar during the Shravan month, where the ladies visit homes of their relatives, neighbors, etc. for getting elders' blessings. It offered an opportunity to sort out differences cropped up during the year gone by. The occasion of Diwali, Holi, etc. also have scope for sorting out differences when sweets were exchanged or the colors smeared on each other's faces. There is no issue that could not be sorted out with face-to-face open discussion with some give and take spirit. Unfortunately, with the advent of exchanging greetings over internet, the objectives not only remain unfulfilled but often leads to more misunderstandings. When a shared photo over Facebook or WhatsApp is ignored or not given a like, that is now enough to break relationship. No wonder the temple festival evoked strong feelings even among the children. The kids used to feel disoriented once the festival neared to a close. Such would be some of their anxiety on the day 8 of the festival. While the Arati was performed to the Tirumala Devar sitting majestically on the golden Garuda Vahana, some of them preferred to ask a favor of snapping of the temple flag hosted. Reason? It would ensure continuation of the temple festival for another 8 days. But that anxiety and sadness of missing the temple festival only brought out the best in the children of Kochi, unleashing the latent creative energy in them. Some of them would soon organize themselves into temple committees of their areas to have a unique festival called Cherdovan Arat, that is Children's Festival, conducted in their own areas, where important temple rituals would be replicated with available resources. It also helped to develop some managerial qualities in the kids. Notable among such festivals was the one conducted by the children of Chonath Krishnappai family on the west of T.D.Temple, where many of the neighboring kids also would enthusiastically join to watch their peers playing adult roles. Many of the children from the Pathekka family who happened to witness such events still carry vivid memories, especially the Avabrita Snanam held in the campus pond in the late hours of the evening. Years later, some of those children from Chonath Krishnappai family like Sachitanand, Purushottam, Nityanand, etc. became good managers of social issues in the area.